What up? Feedback Friday. It's real. It's happening. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm happy to be here. I'm pleased to be your host. I'm Bunting. Creator of buntingmusic.com. Creator of Bunting on YouTube and shit. Based. Greywood, you're first. Good job. I'm a fan of this low poly orb. This texture reminds me like, I don't know, Zelda or something. Pretty nice. I guess that's an oddball. Is this from a game? Is this like an oddball in a game reference? Well, you're an oddball, bro. Roast. Holy shit. Something's happening in the other room. Holy shit. Give me 1 second, guys. I just fixed the link in the description. I saw someone mention it was broken. Make sure to join that fucking Discord link in the description. Check out that damn beautiful place. Full of beautiful moderators and more. I just want to let y'all know at the bottom of my SoundCloud, the last thing I played was Run D Track sample, free download. It's a pretty good song. Y'all should check this out. Some underground shit.
Run the track! Run the track! Run the track! Run the track! Run the track!
Feel free to sample this hidden gem. Okay, Greywood, what you got? That's crazy. Last part was banger. Like that one little lead bring, it really gave me the oddball vibes. It brought the oddball. Okay. But ideas what to do after these sections. You mean to kind of complete the track? I would say what you need is sorry, I thought I just lost audio. I'm tripping. I mean, simple answer from me, not a brilliant one, but just copy this, bro. Copy this over and you'll be halfway towards a better arrangement. This will kind of serve as your build up. You can either put this whole kind of build up into and then splice a new drop into what would be here, or you can kind of half it to cut to the chase. I usually like to half it sometimes instead of, a long intro. But it is what it is. It's your preference. Simple arrangement stuff does the job, and that's what most pro tracks are performing. Key change at 109. What you mean? It didn't sound like a key change. I mean, it sounded like you changed root notes, like you went away from the main root to like an extended kind of tension section in some way, which if you repeat long enough will then blend to become the new key. But maybe that is just a key change. Maybe I just reinvented a key change. I mean, that was my perception of it, but it's smooth, bro. It's smooth, bro. Yeah, I'm not sure what you did. I mean, I was following kind of the sub, and the weird whistle was pretty atonal, so it sounded good to me, man. Intro too long. No, and don't let the haters tell you your intro's too long. They're afraid of patience. I don't know, man. It's your preference. I wasn't bothered by the length of it, but I would say if you're really a believer in the quality and length of the intro, then it's good. But I personally make sure to prioritize, like, I don't know, like short attention span type arrangement, you know, make sure we're being as interesting as possible. Don't let something drag out if you don't believe in what you built in it. You know what I mean? Just make sure it's packed. It's packed, bro. But nice job. Support the homies. Tommy Hearts Hokey. It's touching in my spirit, bro. I promise you. Pretty hard. This one was amazing. I would give this one another listen. I think it popped off. Just arrangement wise, pretty solid, but the processing and the mix like stands out. It just sounds like super pleasant. It sounds like beautiful like tone, like timbre wise. It's beautiful, in my opinion. what I would say about the intro, having the drums kind of meandering might confuse people about the energy level of like this part. Sometimes. And also, I don't know. I'm hearing just such crispy cleanness here. I feel like this is like the new hokey level, like the drop. You know what I mean? But the intro, like something about the sounds used, and maybe you're like kind of band passing it. It doesn't sound as like bright and beautiful of like of a mix, you know, like spacious and open. Maybe it's too mono, you know, not enough stereo space on it. But you might know better than me. You're file man. But yeah. Another bit I mentioned in the chat, around here you had a fill that was pretty loud and a little bit weird. And then here you had a background zap that was pretty damn loud. But make sure you're aware of that, maybe turn it down a bit. I would advise maybe keep it loud because it sounds dynamic, you know? It shows, it's like a headroom flex is what it is. This is advanced. This is how we're going to counter the loudness wars, with how hard we can jump scare your audience with your dynamics. I mean, I don't know. Dynamics are good to the point like when I did my little set, I'll be honest, I mixed in extra dynamics, you know. I kept a fader a bit lower for the build up and then slammed it like during the drop, you know what I mean? I mean, that's an obvious argument for dynamic, but that's between the build ups and the drops. Who gives a shit, you know what I mean? But obviously, flipping the volume has an impact on people. So maybe they're right, dude. Maybe Pro L is garbage. Maybe it's fucking garbage. Anyway, sorry. Outro definitely isn't too long. I thought outro sounded pretty good too. I liked it better than the intro. Ambience, ear candy during the drop. I would say no, but I would try to add it and like get something sitting in the stereo space just to see. It might create a cool effect, you know. It might blow people's minds with how loud and crisp the basses are. Plus, you know, you have that extra ambiance that makes it sound a bit wider, in my opinion. But yeah, bro, I appreciate you. Dynamic fills, that's it. Yes, I have dynamics. It's a brick, but then I cut it off. I cut off the envelope. That's my dynamics. Low key, that does the job. High quality mode turned off on digital clip. What does high quality mode turned off do? Is that like oversampling, maybe? Get to watch a bit of a video. Just a hard clipper. Well, yeah, hard clipper is great. Genuinely, like, I put on the limiter and I think, damn, clipper sounds better. Let me get a clipper and I grow up by. range is too insane. He definitely found like the fucking McMahon type tech in my hand. Dude, that was pretty badass. That was probably my favorite from you, like, period. It was solid. Like, it sounded one of the most put together, like, it had the best arrangement. The visuals were great, in my opinion. Like, very simple. I wonder what you got these from, or, like, makes you think, like, it's only a few clips, but you arrange them very tastefully, so it makes for just a nice, abstract, like, pretty intense, trippy visualization, you know? Yeah, thumbs up. I agree. Mousepad hero. Z game visualizer, really? Looks great. But this preset especially. It's like a Wakan visualizer, but fucking 8-bit ified. I figured out your secret, man. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. FL has some insane features. It makes me want to download it, mess with it, even for the visualizer and like Patcher probably. But you didn't hear that from Bunting, not Bunting Music on YouTube. That's not him. It's a different dude. Yeah, different dude. Yeah, it's not too all over the place. I dig it. I like how varied it is. It like adds to like the wonkiness of it, in my opinion. Tradition's good. Maybe. I low-key want to see the project file for this shit. This shit is mean. They're kind of like your workflow for the sound design for the basses. I think I suspect what it is, but the low end is so proper and like full sounding. The low and the mid like is what I gather. Like that mixdown really makes a difference, people. And something feels different about the sub on this one. I don't know if I'm tripping. You probably just had some pretty nice harmonics on it. Maybe I'm just writing it. Maybe I'm just fucking bullshitting, but nothing on the master fader. That's the secret, bro. No, but nothing or a clipper for real. The meta, y'all. I'm pretty sure that's what I did on No Matter. I tried mastering for a while and nothing sounded better. Just slamming the master. Finally. No, like, it's literally just clipping, period. Like, clipping or limiting, but limiting is just getting a bad rap. Anyway, man, let me look at some your transitions. Appreciate you. Between section to section, it was fine. Pretty minimal. In terms of like the bass is flowing. I don't know. I don't really crave a lot of transitions. It almost gives me just a minimal type like beat arrangement where most of like the variation is just brought in like in a timely manner. You know what I mean? You just wait like 16 bars and bring in your new loop. And it sounds proper because that's what the people were expecting. But that's the vibe I get from it, even though the transitions are more minimal. It's a pretty solid tune. I would bump this one. I'll play this one out. It's really dope. Sounds really nice. Reminded me of times at the dubby shows, you know what I mean? And that means it's proper.
Trying to be a master of the way, ayy. Paralyzed by the laughter of the mall way, need to be more careful with what he say, Every counsel of the speech is an exchange, Trying to be a master of the way, ayy. Paralyzed by the laughter of the mall way, need to be more careful with what he say, Every counsel of the speech is an exchange, Motherfucker, I'm the shit. Janking up the room. I was smoking on the grids. I know I will make it soon. I'll take over of the biz. Trinity and yourself, just a bunch of goons. Bumping tunes, streaming off Katie Wiz, raking in racks, buying mansions. Brothers got you covered, never let you slack. Hey, got them rags, give me Richie, smoking drags, yakking as I'm spitting. I will brag when I rack a million. I'm my hero and my villain, splitting on myself, yelling in my head. Existence is such a dread. Still, I will never sell my essence on my likeness. Lucy knows she like this. Shake how I want me to perform at the carnival, dancing with some Marway, Lily off the Palm Bay, keep me two-stepping all damn day, Trying to be a master of the way, paralyzed by the laughter of the mall way, need to be more careful with what he say, every counsel of the speech is an exchange, trying to be a master of the way, paralyzed by the laughter of the mall way, need to be more careful with what he say, every counsel of the speech is an exchange, out for a mini-milli, born as a silly goose, stallion dilly, chillin' with the moose. Fake built like a big dog. Save a stew, maybe jerk on. He wants some tender odds. Go and knock your socks off. Go and get your rocks off. Turn the other cheek, gone off the axis. Sick and always yak, bro. Lower magnets, twitching with the trigger. Blackness to the truth, yeah. One of loves, we're trying to figure out a way to get paid. Free me from this cage. Bundle up my rage. I know many feel the same. Revolution already being paid. Sick of what the masses have to say. Hey, yo, we be at the motherfucking tipping point. Tripping triggers, making sure the pigs will oink. Divinity has a plan, I hope it don't disappoint. Unanointed are the words of the leaders of this era, yo. Trying to be a master of the way, paralyzed by the laughter of the mall way,
Good tune. Good tune. I'm gonna shoot off the top. Vocals need to be quieter. Just overall, I just turn the dB down. Quick fix. I would reference, reference the track more. If you turn on the vocals and they're still, maybe you're overcompensating, like trying to get them extra clear. From what my ear is picking up, in my opinion, reminder is, so when you turn it down, if it's not sounding crisp enough to you, I would maybe add a bit of like multiband compression or like OTT with really, really low amounts. Can sometimes give it the brightness that helps. Also, slate fresh air can sometimes be a decent help, but don't overuse it. And obviously, EQing stuff, but don't overdo it once again. More important than some of those is a saturation. Try a bit of that in your vocals, but overall, they have to be a bit quieter. So turn down the quietness and maybe trying some of those effects can help you keep it pretty crisp and clear. Yeah, and wording, spitting, EQ, background elements, make space for vocal. All of the above until it sounded like a nice glue. Make sure to have it in your ear with a reference track, in my opinion. Color scheme, the visuals could have a location. I mean, I don't know. You put the gray in front of my face. I'm pretty sold on a gray type of vibe. It's definitely dark. Location, it'd definitely be like a rainy type of like urban street. I imagine just rainy like UK type scene. London or something. Experience mixing metal vocals. No, bro. But I'd imagine it's similar, if anything, a little more aggressive on like maybe some type of multi-band processing. But that's my treat. Not everyone likes that type of stuff. Warbly vocals from the driven sub too much. It didn't catch me as too much. Some tracks overdo it the fuck out of it these days, like hyper pop.
Motherfucker, I'm the shit. Janking up the room.
And again, you also have the vocals kind of clipped on their own. Or like the background loop and the drums kind of have to be louder. Vocals are also kind of clipped a bit. You might want to look at that. Maybe not drive them quite as hard. It kind of adds to the low process vibe, but there's not too much driven sub. In fact, maybe you can mash it more and like drive more low fidelity shit out of it. I don't know. It's got the crispness, but like not quite pushed to like the level of like lo-fi texture where it feels like the muffled quality is like massaging my ears. Too personal, bro. We've all been there. We've all been there, bro. And 3, yeah, I yapped about that for a hot minute before reading that. So, you know, my embarrassment. But pretty saucy tune, dude. You follow back. Great submissions tonight. Our friend. I don't endorse.
Death Star plans are not in the main computer.
What is this?
What have you done with those plans?
We intercepted no transmissions. This is a consular ship. We're on a diplomatic mission.
If this is a consular ship, where is the ambassador?
We intercepted no transmissions. We intercepted no transmissions. We intercepted no transmissions.
Alright. So, intro is long. I think the zaps and the drop was hard. I'm loving the tone and the mid-range on the sub. It sounded beautiful.
We intercepted no transmission.
And the other ambience is pretty good. Yeah, levels are fine for tossing together fast. Sense overlapping works okay. I mean, that's pretty much the vibe, is just overlapping different kind of ear candy-ish sounds, you know? Just the lasers, the bit. Hope the lasers were annoying. First half was good enough troll. Alright, I'm feeling mad trolled, bro. This plan was really executed. I was so trolled epically by this, bro. Daps you up. Secretly. Nah, beat here is pretty good though, you know? It's a proper dubstep type beat. Not much to complain about besides boarding. Get us out of here with Swamp Anomaly Demise. Swamp Demise V1.1. Sorry for the riddle. It's fine, man. It happens to the best of us. Demon beat. Demon beat. Stupid beat. Stupid. Stupid. Stupid beat. Stupid. I don't know, like, here's my rider take. Here's my rider take, bro. Like, I would need a microscope to point out, like, something really bad about this, you know, really wrong with this, in my opinion. Like, it's pretty fucking solid. Like, that shit. Post-processing, beautiful. Sound design, beautiful. Whole mix down, beautiful. Intro is really bold, bro. Has the samplers down pat. That's a major flex. Sampler game is on point. Sample library, whatever you want to call. I don't even know what to call it these days, dude, bro. For real, large father. I've been. Yeah, like intro mix is fine. Mix is lacking due to volume. No, I wouldn't really say that, man. I mean, if anything, just like if you want to push the mix, like keep messing with the stereo field into like ad infinitum. You know what I mean? I think between different sections. Another layer. I want to know what you would add. Maybe like a room reverby layer or something, just to like put it in a different space and then kind of process that to make it stick out more. Be a creative way to, you know, do something about that. Yeah, like structure is proper. It's standard structure, but you know what I mean? Standard structure. So like period, you did a perfect job on it. You know what I mean? And, but you put so much amazing sampler type musical shit. Nah. Second drop is pretty cool. I like the bounce beat of it, and the sound design is pretty hard. It didn't feel too varied to me. The sound design kind of brought it into one piece. Appreciate you, bro. Like the meanness of the kick and just the kind of subtone brought some cohesion in places. But you know, like if you want to flex on them, man. Like if you want to just make something to maybe attempt to enter catchier territory or just like simpler, like stupid territory, do it. You know what I mean? I think you about know where the boundary is probably at this point. I like how you be pixelizing all these different artworks, brother. Pretty. 180 BPM. Wow. Pretty fire, dude. Why the fuck would I want to ask Copilot about this? I don't think the lead plucky thing is clear enough in the mix. I think it might be being sidechained, or there's some type of like volume automation or over processing that's making it kind of duck away into a spiritual ether of sorts. You know what I mean? Mess with that. And I would also low-key, I'll maybe prefer a Reese to a sub here. Arrangement's pretty minimal, and I think a Reese would give it a bit fuller, maybe warmer tone. You can even let a bit of brightness through and process it if you want it to fill out more of the mix. Could be pretty amazing for a different type vibe. Maybe play with a low Reese and a brighter one, possibly. But if you're a fan of the sub, I like it. I'll maybe at least just turn it down a bit and provide just like a bit more glue in the mix with some like mid-range pad or just ambiance or something, man. It's fine. Whatever pleases the vibes. I like percussion things. Try to like shave down some of the transients if possible. Like reduce some of the transients, compress them. And also watch some of the brightness on these higher cymbals and just stuff that stacks up in your mix further. Pretty based, bro. I'm not sure what to make of that. Yeah, I'll maybe like compress the drums a bit, bring them down. That's about it. I mentioned the rest. Appreciate this tune. It's pretty cool. I'm just feeling maybe just a bit more layers. You know, I mentioned a kind of pad layer. Maybe if you process this pluck a bit differently, it'll scratch that itch for me. Maybe give the pluck a more mid-range or lower octave. Today I was working on a tune. The homie did a pretty bass guitar solo on it. And I put like octavizer up an octave, down an octave, and it made it sound fucking insane and like just fucking obese in the mix. It was amazing. So octavizer on your synth could do a similar thing. But let's hear Split P, my man. That's pretty dope. Warp. That was pressure. That was pressurized, brother. Yeah, the deck spins. No, it's funny I hear you add these because I've been messing with a bit of that in my production. But to be honest, I think it was a little bit overused. So a little less on the spins. Make them cherish the spin. It's a great musical way to like get a bit of a fill going in your beat. I'm also interested to know if you like actually sampled this track spinning back. Wouldn't that be cool? It'd be like Inception when people like draw the drawing that's drawn within the drawing, and you're like, how'd they do that? Well, it's because they just like drawing. You're not like that's not what do you mean? It's obvious they fucking drew it on there, bro. But I think the fills are cool, too chaotic. Yeah, scratches were great, too much of them. Mixed bag. Other fills are pretty good. Scratches definitely stood out the most to me. How do you suggest you do it? I mean, just what I said. I mean, make like pretty much the full drop arrangement, and then, you know, don't put any fills in it at first. Just make the full drop arrangement, and then you can use like OBS or something or a desktop recorder to record your spin back sounds from your DAW and the part of your beat. I mean, from your DJ software. Very lengthy. Visit buntingmusic.com. 25% off sample packs with code feedback. And book a lesson with me if you want one-on-one feedback. Bye bye bye. So here's my thing. I think like you should commit to maybe, you got to hear me through, a whimsical vibe, not as many fills. You know, some like dedicated layers, like a consistent drum beat. Maybe like something more recurring in terms of like a melodic or like atmospheric loop, like in the intro or break, you know, just to kind of add some cohesion to you, like flowing with the basses nonstop. Because those are some qualities I find in songs that aren't afraid to just like throw a bunch of basses out at once, you know, or in succession, as opposed to like committing to a more structured type arrangement. Just make sure it hits, bro. You know what I mean? No music theory sins, maybe structural sins in terms of like overvarying, as we mentioned, but not a problem. I would say make sure the low end is a bit more full and consistent across different basses, so you could multiband compress the low end or just get a dedicated sub or go between each bass and push it with EQ independently. Yeah, fuck with the rest of the fills. And this bass sounds like maybe like too much amp, maybe too much OTT. It's just got a little deep fried quality to it. But yeah, post processing, it's sounding nice and full and clear and up front, but some are sounding just slightly over processed, like mostly over OTT'd in some ways, and not like EQ balanced, like mostly in the low end, I would say. But that's a little picky eater mood of me. So layer these breaks up a bit more is what I was trying to say earlier. But yeah, let's move on to Mewy. Oh shit, my boy got the check. He got the check. Lemon on the chain. How'd you get that check? I applied for it like a long time ago and never checked it again. Oh boy. That was pretty fire. He delivered. I was over there. I heard the like the second and third drop hit, and I said, "Dude," I said to the homie, "Dude, are you hearing this?" It's always my beloved. No, it's beautiful, and I love the vibe you bring, like that future garagey or like R&B instrumental vibe to the breaks, man. Like I can't get enough of it. Like that's my favorite shit. Like low key, I'm about to just like do similar shit, and I sometimes do similar shit in my beats. Like you can't blame the piano with the R&B loop. I don't know. These are like R&B soul vox, soul chops, like medicine. Or like, what? Who is the thing? It's like Gallimitis or something. Nah, and this instrumental in the beginning is so damn chill, bro. Like, this shit right up my alley. Like, these are two of my favorite type of styles, bro. Please, bro, autograph my shit. Please. Yeah, smooth as shit. Since all that, I want to compliment you. Like the second drop, the basses sounded super fluid in the fills. It was amazing. I was like, I want to reference those because they sound like alien, like super smooth. Not harsh on white noise. I think it adds, it's a bit bold on the amount of white noise it has, but it adds some boldness, like some dynamic, some texture, loudness to it, you know? Not too much reverb, but I mean, if you're feeling that way, try a different reverb or try cleaner reverb, or, you know, like, use like, what is it, like Pro R, and get super picky about the decay times and shit, or proper, you know, just find one you prefer if you're feeling weird about it. Sub too loud? Low key, I want the sub louder, maybe the harmonics louder too. I'm a beefer, bro. Really impressive track. Clap pretty loud. So nasty, bruh. This shit deserves to be played. I mean, it commands to be played. Period, bruh. Period. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. I'm just complimenting you again. I appreciate you. Really love these wubs. Like that's a proper wub. It just has it's just a different wub, you know. Simple saw wave. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I was missing something I wanted to get off my mind, but nope. Banger. Eater. Banger.
Everybody got shows like I was Bono. I go play a couple keys on the piano. The industry alive, but promises were hollow. Follow me, I can show you where we be at. How'd I get my GPS? None of your fucking beeswax. These raps bring us way together like a kneecap. Fuck the little A-ball, show me where the keys at. The time continues, Mortal Kombat finish them. Trying to find a balance, reaching for my equilibrium. Okay, my mind is Yoda, I'm what I told her. These other rappers just a die soda. I find them over in the darkest places, empty as apartment basements. This a marathon, gentlemen, go ahead and start the races. Outside my mind, on my mind. Bitches in my circle on the show you the commercial. I've been popping like a kernel, reading Justin Bieber's journal.
Damn. I usually hear more melodic shit from Real, so it's like we got a whole new Real in this bitch when he goes this hard.
Combat finish him, trying to find a balance, reaching for my.
Oh yeah, it's proper though, and I like that vocal processing. It really made it sound like crisp and like modern, you know, and it made it tie into the mix in a dope way with all that stereo processing. Really amazing.
Equilibrium, okay. My mind is Yoda, I'm what I told her. These other rappers just a die soda. I find them over.
Here's the thing, like, how do you begin with mixing this? You're saying, but it sounds like you kind of mix it as you went. It sounds like approximately leveled, you know. I would just level it harder, you know, and trust your ears, man. You know, in my mind, I don't separate like, oh, I'm doing the thing versus like I'm mixing. You know, besides like, I mean, I'm just producing from my perspective, but what I mean by that is like, you know, just let your musical process unfold, but on those fucking volume knobs and on like EQs and whatever else, you know, you don't need to be intimidated by it. Just keep messing with the tools. But and I also feel like you're bullshitting because I think you know what to do. Like you're around here enough to know your way around mixing. Just have a bit of confidence with it. Keep pushing this and keep referencing. This is very paternal, but I love how those lows and mids are sounding. Beautiful. One thing I'd say is some of the kicks definitely need to like be clipped or limited on the master. It's the dirty way to do it, but yeah, be brought down. They're pretty damn loud and pretty damn boost. Maybe a little too soft. I feel like a little more crash cymbals would be great for filling out the mix. I've been liking putting a bit more of those, even though I've been afraid to put them there in the past. Sorry, people. I don't really have much else to say on the rest of these. Nothing really sticks out in a bad way. Maybe a little spicy on the amount of layers. The harshness overall, I would just, you know, give the soothe treatment to any kind of sus tracks or groups if possible. Stem it out if you got bad CPU. And no, the post processing sounded pretty consistent to me, so props on that. Alright, moving on. Damn, that was pretty beautiful. Yo.
No emotion.
Come on. Who the fuck is this? Oh, my friend, the uncle. Man, the protector.
Yeah. Just finished my training course about correct intercourse. Whatever you throw in the air, I shall intercept. I called in sick because my goldfish died. I'm doing a study that says you're happier when
What is this?
you cry. I used to be happy, but I can't remember what time it was. The man running the clock representing the minute hand. Since I'm alive, the past is now a blur. When I die, attach my body to the ocean reef. I wonder what the Wonder Pets taste like. Before the game, me and the ref were smoking reefer. Please be careful, the beat is on fire. I desire and command the gland that pumps DMT. Tell your rap friends to join Al Qaeda.
It's gotta be AI rap.
That giraffe was a grown-ass man telling
Like
kids
Texas
to never
speech.
grow up. We're all Americans. Why don't Hawaiians treat me like I'm one of them? I guess I'm broke again. Who wants to buy one of my kidneys? She said we can't have sex until the kids leave. It's not safe to cross the street with thoughts crossing your mind. Don't worry about me. I don't even want to be in the loop. I'm in line waiting for a bowl of soup. You lie and seem sincere in the same sentence. You love those bad bitches whose ass is itching. Say something kind to someone sometime. I don't listen to people when I have my earbuds in. I'm sorry I'm stubborn and I'm not budging. Get back to me once you find your budget. It's hard for a brother to resist a woman covered in cocoa butter. Mother Nature told me that I'm supernatural. No recording sesh, my life is a mess. Look at my mask, it's golden. Known as who am I?
Adopted by Satan himself.
No emotion.
Turned out here is awkward.
The gods.
Possible Julie's lethal.
Dash his
His
plate.
mother, terrified, she's fucking abandoned. And there he stood before you like the first of some brand new fucking spaceship.
Bruh. Holy moly. That's crazy.
The minute hand. Since I'm alive, the past is now a blur. When I die, attach my body to the ocean reef. I wonder what the Wonder Pets taste like. Before the game, me and the ref were smoking reefer. Please be careful, the beat.
Like, it literally sounds like AI Texas Beach voice, bro. Yeah. Well, the vocals sit in the mix. They need to be lower, bruh. I mean, the other thing is, like, I don't know if it's just the source material. This is so strange. Like, it's so unnatural, the delivery. It's really strange. No, but the flow doesn't really line up with the beat or like the syllables with the timing, you know? Not lining up, and I'm not sure how much is the credit from the source material just not lining up versus you need to line it up better, but try it, test your shit, they say. You know what I mean? And they have to go down.
Representing the minute hand.
Put a tiny bit of OTT as a bit of sprinkle of salt so it pops out with flavor. Don't say this too much. You'll justify bad habits. That was pretty good. A nice like lush guitar rig or like some type of processing chain would be beautiful on it. Something real lush and spiritual for this amazing poetry. Get crazy upset.
The past is now a blur. When I die, attach my body to the
I'm not
ocean.
making out the sub and it needs
like before the game.
Makes this fine baby over stereo panned. Just compress the whole thing a bit. Get the low end proper. Vocal down and low compressed.
Friends to join Al Qaeda if they want to blow up that giraffe.
I might collab. Maybe I might collab with No Motion. To be honest. Wait. Oh, that's pretty smart. Good job.
It's a pain in the ass, sitting on the back burner. I've been there before, I'm a dummy quick learner. I think it's pretty obvious, the heat is getting low. Yeah, they only want to be here when there's absolutely nowhere else to go. Whoa. All I wanted was your presence. You're starting to remind me of my lonely adolescence when there's no one else around except the voices in my head. It's hard to drown out the sound, but you'd be better off dead. Whoa, I'm at the last resort on the planet Earth. Whoa, I can take the air, then show me your worst. There's always a cold drink in your hand. The wind in the street sounds like your favorite band. You can hardly tell the whole world is burning around you. Here and I finally found you. Sue me for all the money I'm worth, but you can never take the last resort on earth. It's 74 degrees all the time, and the hotel policy is begin to crime. One more time. Whoa, that's the last resort on planet Earth. Whoa, I can take you there, just show me your worth. There's always a cold drink in your hand. The wind in the streets sounds like your favorite band. You can hardly tell the whole world is burning around you. I'm just glad you're here and I finally found you.
We're making it out of SoundCloud with this one. Yeah, I was reading this, so my thoughts. Drum machine sounds pretty good. Kick a little boomy, maybe too much low end, too much tail on the kick. MIDI guitar sounds okay. Low key, what might be better is like if you distort it yourself, you know, and kind of get a nice tone from it. Maybe process a little harder, saturate a bit more, OTT a little, get a really crisp and full guitar tone. Could kind of hide the fact that it's MIDI, you know. But what I recommend is trying to look into like some sample libraries, you know, getting guitars from there. Can sound really good. Also, if you feel limited to a drum machine, you know, I mean, record your drums, you know, even just one mic could be fine. But that and like Addictive Drums, drum sample library, fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Very easy to get it sounding like you got a real drummer on your beat, bro. I appreciate it. Don't matter. Spin. We extending Pride Month. Yeah, that's a good one too. I've heard. I've only really tried Addictive Drummer. Is it night and day? Abbey Road versus Addictive Drummer or vice versa? You know what I mean? Anyway, man. Thoughts on Addictive Keys, though?
Wanted your gifts, all I wanted was your presence. You're starting to remind me of my lonely at the last resort on earth. It's bitter.
So mastering, I don't know. It might be good to get this one mastered if you really want to like bring it up a level. I think it could sound a bit better with like a really nice master. But I think also the mix could be messed with like, I don't know, like a decent amount of multi-band and like EQing and just making sure arrangement isn't too dense on layers, you know, giving each thing its own kind of EQ space. Is my opinion, is what it needs. It didn't feel boring and repetitive. Not at all, man. Don't be mean. Halftime breakdown, yay. Use this opportunity to push more synth electronic stuff into it. Sure. You know, if you want a drum machine max or get a good hybrid between like guitar and like electronic shit, you know, I don't know, like Molchat Doma, maybe. You know, what is it, like post wave, post punk, like dark wave or whatever the fuck. I don't know, certain genres out there. Guitar type, vocal type indie music that uses drum machines all the time. But yeah, that was a great tune. Vocals and execution, processing layers on them was amazing. It's catchy. It's got a little anthem vibe. It's got like a nice garage show type vibe, I imagine. It's a blast. I appreciate you people. Yes, that's possibly true. Maybe overprocessed. Fix up. Hey. Hey. Ooh. Oh boy. Is it getting evil in here? Is it just... Ravana bringing an ominous energy to the function. An ominous vibe, something a bit eerie. I kind of let it run because I'm a demon, but that Reese is nasty, bruh. Like, low-key, that's carrying the vibe, that atmosphere, bruh. Someone needs a scientific explanation why Reese's sound so just bring like a dark vibe to any beat. Yeah, I like the sound design. It gives it's a kind of dynamic variation, you know, dim versus bright bass. Pretty nice. Make sure the sub is still pretty full. But yeah, I thought it was fine. You know, that kind of variation is good. It's kind of repetitive, like, I don't know, garagey or something, but it's pretty proper. I would just get an actual clock tick vibe. I don't like the tone of this percussion. It's a little bright and a little weird being so stereo, bro. Yeah, I appreciate the big pad swells. Melody's not annoying. I've heard melodies with less cheese though. But what I would say about uncheesing it, I think your bass's rhythm is a little untraditional in terms of where it's resolving to these new kind of root notes, you know what I mean, in between the fills. And also the fills are kind of a little too melodic in the basses, maybe, and it's also making me think, like, as opposed to something like a bass fill would do. And maybe a little denser layers than the rest, maybe a little less MIDI on the percussion sounding would be dope. With some nice organic loops. Or I'd maybe like change the velocity. I don't know, actually it sounds fine. It's giving a cool bounce when the rest of the arrangement comes in. I just wish it sounded a little more softer in these quiet moments and varied that type of thing. But I'm yapping away, it's pretty awesome. Mix good. Sidechain too rough. I want a better snare. Sidechain too deep. Kick could be a little less low pass feeling. Yeah, new snare. All right. Rebuke. What we got? What we got?
Yeah.
What we got?
You don't think you have a problem?
With what?
Life.
No,
Your decisions. Your thought process.
not really.
Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming you think I do, though?
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
It's hard to drink this.
Low fidelity.
Why do you have sunglasses on?
Because your light's bright. I think you only need 60 watt out here, and that's a lot more.
Alright.
Where are you going?
Why do you have sunglasses on?
Wow, man. Touching, emotional, spiritual, beautiful. I like it. It's lo-fi, but like the way it's arranged and mixed makes it a little untraditional. You know, the sound choice, the processing preferences.
I was
Why do you have sunglasses on? My problem right now is
So Vox, like the original source material isn't pristine, so it's, you know, hard to really mess with the processing. I would just, you know, compress it, make sure not too much background noise is in it. You know, like if it's you know, lacking brightness, make sure to EQ it. Brightness is the biggest thing, then kind of address, you know, like mid-range muffliness. Nice vocal workflow with that mindset, with your frequencies, with your EQs. I would suggest if it sounds really low fidelity, I would almost lean into that and, like, you know, like put IC20 on it or something. You know, put a low fidelity on it that you can control. You know, so it sounds nice and flat and stable in the mix. You know what I mean? But I mean, I would just lean into the lo-fi feel of it. You know what I mean? Like Steve Lacy recorded, what is it, fucking Bad Habit on an iPhone speaker. Like what, in M4A format? You're playing, bro. No way he did that. At least bro downloaded the app for WAV. But I appreciate y'all in the chat addressing, bro. Yes, sub close, brother. Information in the description if you want to submit for next week, though. 10:30 p.m. Friday, EST. I have some questions. If you're tracking, keep it short, under 3 minutes, please.
With being too big.
Works well as a vibe to contrast, but I would suggest hinting a bit of this electronic spirit, you know, hinting a bit of this electronic ear candy throughout the beginning, color bass or not. So it's deep color bass. So what I would do is kind of make a wub, but focus on tuning it to kind of like fifths or thirds or something that's just following a chord, and then give it a progression. You understand? Fifths would probably be good. Or, you know, another thing you could do, so I'm about to spill some sauce, is convolution reverb. Make like a sine wave chord, and then do some like low pass wub processing, like some deep wub processing into it, and you'll be able to ring it through that sine wave type of chord. Or you can just make a wub with like some mid-rangey sine wave chords, and it could sound full, you know, or like a saw wave wub that has just some nice, like, smooth, low pass resonant. You know, different ways to get a wub depending on how high in the register, if you want to just like build a chord versus keep it all like deep and wubby. You know, I think that'd be cool. But also, yeah, you could just like low pass shit. Key tracking can be pretty fucking insane sometimes. Like a key track type of chord, processed and designed to be a bit of a wub, can give you, it's nice because it lets you open the filter a bit more than just but keeping it not electronic and saw wave buzzy sounding. But anyway, I'm yapping away. It's a vibe. Moving on, a few different ways to try it. Like I'll maybe just build chords and then do sound design off that. Try to get it like sounding like one cohesive wub with the sub bass, or, you know, convolution, resonators, whatever else, like tuning the harmonics just in the vital. Try it, man. Or look up like the color bass tutorial I put out, or like Future Rhythm using the vital unison mode. Sounds pretty good for what you need too, brother. Beautiful tune, though. Got the rain shit. I like the little description. Pretty simple, but built a nice visual, built a nice story in one's head, my dude. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm a fiend for it. Okay. Nah, but damn, this description you wrote, bro. Okay, yeah, so for your first paragraph, pretty much, yeah, I was gonna recommend bouncing it out to one shot. But also, I would advise bouncing out one of the basses to a one shot and then building your same melody. You know, like, so just build your bass sound design, take this whole MIDI and just build it into one note, resample it, and then build the MIDI off that one shot sample. Bam, one shot, bam, one shot, bam, that. You know what I mean? That's probably the best way to really get control over the mix, and I've been fucking with that a lot lately. It's really amazing trick, if you want to call it that. Song about surviving a hurricane and confront this tormented spirit. Yeah, and also don't forget, try Soothe for mid-range frequencies. Soothe works good on mid-range frequencies too, and not just the high. You know that, or dynamic EQ, which I don't really fuck with that much. I'm a poser for that. Maybe it's worth it. It probably is. I think for vocals at least, and certain basses. So you want more space through it. I'm not sure if I'm understanding your second paragraph. So it's space. The song's supposed to be about being in a hurricane. Extenuate that. So you want that more. Make it sound really close. Make it sound close to imaginary microphone. That's pretty insane. I mean, I get that, man, and that sounds pretty awesome. I mean, in terms of space, you know, I would make sure you mid-side EQ nicely, you know, and you have some kind of ambiance. It's like Haas affected, just to sprinkle up that stereo even more. You know, make sure stereo it's bright too. And also give your like percussion some space in those ranges too, if that's what you kind of mean. You know, maybe you can have some kind of sound representing the rain. Proximity attack type feel. I mean, additionally, you can try using a bit of like the ambio orbit, like Sennheiser ambio orbit. I think they like changed the name at some point, but if you look that up, you should find it. It lets you do that effect. It might mess with your mix a bit on the basses, so you might want to dry wet it or just reference it back and forth, but maybe worth a try, brother. I think I yapped enough. I'm not sure if I understand your second question, but there's my thoughts, man. Listen on the other side of the room. Whack at the desk listening through the speakers. I mean, maybe it's the fact that there's better acoustics on the other side of the room. And the question is, what is being close to your speakers giving you that being in the corner of your room isn't? What is the room resonance like EQing in your track? You know, or to be honest, like, if that's the case, it sounds like something you could EQ on the master itself in some ways. If you like how your track sounds standing back of your room further than the front. But that's my thoughts. Pretty strange, dude. I appreciate all your honesty, though. Y'all are freaky. Get your beat. Yeah. You are now listening to Goon FM. Need some bird tweets on this. It's literally that quiet. It was turned on a bit. This is dope. I dig it. Yeah, I would say it got repetitive around right here, man. Around this like 220-ish mark, this repetition is when I think the drums needed to cut out, probably. I don't know why. Or maybe just switch up the arrangement another way. And I really enjoy this. It reminds me of stuff I'd be making. I'm making a lot of ambient type stuff. I love adding a bit of low kicks on it. Those kicks sound beautiful to me, those deep. Yeah, and great way to add rhythm to it without being too egregious. Really beautiful. I'm really impressed by this, man. Appreciate that. No emotions on this track. Not really supposed to have leading elements. I mean, who says that, man? Like, low-key ambient music can be a lot of things, you know? And it is a lot of things. Depends where you look, dude. But yeah, maybe this is more down tempo if you're afraid of that difference. What type of tones? Yeah, sine wave. It's actually true though. Low key, I copped Sky Keys, and it's really amazing. It has a lot of nice like soft type sounds. I think it fits a good modern like subdued sound palette in many ways. But there's bright sounds too, but it's not like cheesy atmosphere. But that's me harping. Sine wave, or a bit of a special sine wave, or triangle wave, maybe a sampler flute, maybe like another type of plucked instrument, like a guitar, maybe acoustic guitar, harp, like some other plucky tone. Maybe some chimes like brum, 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 bells would be nice. Some shaky like thing. Maybe some like soft piano, lab soft piano, more of that. Alan Watts as a lead element. I played the Alan Watts. Let some parts chime in. I'm not sure if I noticed the wah wah. I mean, it sounds amazing, and it sounds like it's been processed smooth into the mix and the pads. But yeah, great chords here too. Very cinematic quality. Very like I don't know. Like it's like a future garage type thing. This is a really great loop, man. Marked Father type. Really nice tune, like I don't know, like main menu type vibes, like Waiting in the Rain type vibe. I fuck with this. Low key, I might fucking collab with you. When by collab, I mean like I'll be like, yes, let's collab, and then I don't follow through because I'm just weird and a perfectionist. about things. I'll admit it. Darn. But it's a pretty solid beat. I love these rainy vibes. I love this dark atmospheric, like, but kind of key modulation on the chords. Very beautiful. It stood out. It was interesting. It had the modulation that I mentioned. I said enough. Proper tune. Kick pretty loud though, bro. I'll admit. Even though I love a loud kick every now and then. Yeah. That's all our submissions for tonight though, people. I really appreciate you all tuning in, and feel free to support me at buntingmusic.com. Get yourself 25% off some sample packs with code feedback. Alternately, you know, $3 on Patreon gets you a fuck ton of presets that I show off in all my videos. Dubstep presets. So check out my Patreon, Bunting Music. Patreon. Those are my self plugs. Check out my music or whatever else, and check out each other's music. Show each other some support and pull up on the Discord. Join the community and cook some with us, brother. Beyond that, links in the description if you need to rewatch the stream or need anything else. Yeah, it's all there. I appreciate you guys. Really just quality tunes tonight. I'll be here next week, 10:30 p.m. EST, Feedback Friday. Y'all know the deal. One of these days I might open submission during the stream, just because the amount of dudes who are in the little secret gate-kept feedback service is dwindling. So I want to make sure we get some fresh faces in here, you know, introduce some newbies to the flock. But I've yapped enough. I appreciate y'all giving me a listen. Bunting #1, theme #1, bruh. You are blessed. I'll see you soon. Cooking on some short form like YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reel content on music production, on some sound design. So yeah, expect some fresh content. And I have a bit of long form stuff, but short form, I don't know. Spoilers.